today we shall learn how to start a Google Meeting. There are two ways to start a Google Meeting. One is from mobile phone and the second is from a computer or a laptop by using a browser. So if you wish to start a Google Meet by using computer, then you must start it by using Google Chrome browser, because there are certain features which are available in Google Chrome only, which you will not find in other browsers like Internet Explorer or Mozilla Firefox. So first of all, you log in this Google by your email ID. So once you will log in, you will see your picture uh, along with this nine squares. So then click on the nine squares. You will see this drop down window and find here Google Meet and click there. So before clicking here, I must tell you that there are certain other tools available here which are very helpful in conducting meeting. Are one is Google Drive, another is Google Classroom, and then Google Docs. So all these things you need to learn if you really want to do something good by using this meeting. So let's click on Meet. So when we click on Meet, on the screen we have this thing, new meeting, and second is enter a meeting link. So if you are a student, you will enter a meeting link or code here. That meeting link or code will be provided by the host, the person who has started that meeting. But if you are a teacher, you will have to first generate a meeting code and you will have to share that meeting code with your students. So if you are teacher, click here, new meeting. There are three options: get a meeting link to share, start an instant meeting, and third is schedule a meeting in Google Calendar. So I'll explain the first one, get a meeting link to share. So click here. You will see that you have here a meeting code. So by clicking on this symbol, you can copy that link. So link has been copied. Now you are to share this link with your students. So there are many ways to share this link with your student. You can send them link using email, or you can send them by using WhatsApp, or you can send them the link using SMS. So before sending the link, I must tell you that you first paste that link in some doc file. So let me paste this link here. Now remove everything except the last 10 letters and remove hyphens also. So delete this hyphen sign and delete this hyphen sign. Now this is your meeting code to share with your students. This has 10 letters. So you can write this letter somewhere in your notebook, because this code can work for 3 months. You do not have to create your link daily. So you now copy this link by pressing Control C, or this is a copy button by pressing here. So you copy this link. Now you share this link through WhatsApp, suppose. So open another window on your computer browser and write here WhatsApp web login. So search WhatsApp web login. You will find WhatsApp web here. Click here. So this is my WhatsApp. So when first time you click on WhatsApp web login, you will not get your WhatsApp on the screen. You will see here QR code. That QR code you will have to scan by your mobile phone. Then you will see that your WhatsApp will be opened immediately on this screen. When I have clicked on WhatsApp web, automatically my WhatsApp has been opened. So suppose I wish to share the link with my students of MA 5th semester DES MDRC. So click there, and now uh, press here Control V. So let's see, those 10 letters have been pasted here. Now you can send the 10 letters to your students. If you don't want to open your WhatsApp on the computer screen, you can directly type these 10 letters on your WhatsApp mobile and send these 10 letters to your students. So now let's close this window. Now I paste these 10 letters on this screen. Students will also paste the same 10 letters in this bar and click on join. Where it has been written that camera is failed because my camera is being used in recording this video which I am now presenting. So my camera is busy here, so there is no video in this window. But when you click on join meeting, you will see your face here, and here is another tab, join now. So you will be thinking that why we have to click two times join now. Just now we have filled the code and pressed on join meeting, and then this is again asking join now. So this is very good thing that there are two different steps to join, because in the first step, when the camera is here, the camera will show your face. If you see that everything is fine by looking at this screen, then you can join now. And suppose you find something, the scene is not good to be shared, so you can first make your settings in the camera and make your sceneries around that can be shared, and then join now. So there are two steps for this purpose. If you don't want to share your camera in this screen, there are two tabs. One is for microphone and other is for camera. So if you click on the camera button, the camera will be switched off. So, and after switching off the camera, you will join this meeting by clicking join now if you don't want to share your video. So I click at join now. You will see here there are a list of students. If I click here, this side window will be opened. On the side window you will see the number of students who has already joined or who are going to join soon by using your code. So the names will be displayed here. Along this tab people, you see here is one more tab, chat. So if I press on chat, then so here is a chat window where you can type any message to the students, or when you are lecturing, student can also type here something if the student is not getting something. For example, a student can ask a question, I did not get this point, sir, and press enter. So let's now see various features of Google Meeting. The first is microphone. You can mute yourself by clicking here once and unmute by clicking here once again. Second is the end meeting, where you can press this to end the meeting. Third is the switch of camera. So by clicking here you can switch on the camera, or by clicking here you can switch off your camera. The fourth one is for making attendance. The fourth feature is not an inbuilt feature of this Google Meeting. This you need to install. If you are opening your Google Meeting first time, this icon will not appear. So what you will do now, so open Google page and type here Chrome Web Store, Google Meeting attendance. So enter. So there are lots of extensions which can take the attendance, but I recommend this one, Google Meet attendance. Google Meet attendance not only mark the attendance of the students, it tells you that when a student joined the meeting and when a student left the meeting, how much was the duration of your meeting, and how many students were active, how many were not active during that meeting. So there are various things which can be obtained through Google Meet attendance. So when you open this screen, on the right hand side here it is written rate it, because I have already installed this thing, so that's why it is written rate it. But in this attendance for Google Meet, you see that here it is written add to Chrome. I have not added this, uh, that is why here it is written add to Chrome. But in your screen you will see here add to Chrome. So you press here and follow the instructions on the screen. You will finally end up with installing Google Meet attendance in your Chrome browser. So this is the very good application. So you install Google Meet attendance. The second most important extension is Meet Auto Admit. So press here Meet Auto Admit and press enter. So Meet Auto Admit is first one. So here it is written rate it, but in your browser you will see that add to Chrome. So press here and follow the instructions. You add this extension to the Chrome browser. So why this extension is important? Suppose you have 70 students or 80 students in your class. Whenever a student fill that code which we have already shared with the students, then you will see a notification on your screen that someone wish to join this meeting, admit or deny. So if you press deny, the person will not be able to join that meeting. If you admit, the person will be able to join that meeting. So it means it is up to teacher that who can join that meeting and who cannot join the meeting. So this is a very good thing that no one can join the meeting without the permission of a teacher. But if there are 70 students and after every second a teacher is looking at the notification that someone wants to join, someone wants to join, this person wants to join, and every time a teacher is clicking on admit, 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 it means 70 to 80 seconds at different time intervals, and total you can say 10 to 15 minutes will be wasted in admitting all the students. So there, if you have installed Meet Auto Admit extension, all the students will be admitted automatically. But the risk is, suppose the person is not of your class and the person has got the link which has been shared by some of your student, can also join the meeting automatically. But there is option for a teacher to remove a particular student. Suppose you see a list of students here. So all the students who have joined your meeting will be displayed here. Suppose you see someone suspicious, so by clicking on the name, since there is no student, so I can't show you that option. If you click on the name of any student, you will see here a window which gives you option to mute that particular person or to remove that particular person. Once you install attendance application, you will get this sign here as well as this sign here on this. So second is turn on captions. So turn on captions, when we press, what I don't think this option is of much use, because whenever we are speaking and the text is being displayed, it is taking some space. Suppose you have something written material, or you are showing your book on this screen, that written part which you actually want to show to your student will be hidden below this text. So I don't think this option has any use. So I stop this option. So turn off caption by clicking once again. And this is present now. So if I click here present now, so there are three options. You can share entire screen of your computer with your students. So whatever you open in your computer, whatever the tab you press, whatever the folder you open, everything will be seen to your students lively. Second is share a window. So if you share a particular window, then student will able to see only that particular window which you have shared. Suppose on your desktop you have so many folders. One folder is for videos, one folder is for text, one is your personal folder. If you have shared one particular folder, if you open a folder, a window is opened, and suppose you have shared only that particular window, the student can see the material inside that particular folder only. And on the same time, if you are doing something else on the different folder, student will not be able to see the material of that different folder. And third is a Chrome tab. So on top of this screen, you see here presently two tabs are open. One is a Meet tab, other is Chrome Web Store, and third, suppose I open this Google Classroom. This is the third tab. This is third. Now suppose I have one meeting tab and two more tabs. So I want to share a Chrome tab, then I will click on this. Suppose I click here. So now it's asking which tab I want to share with my students. Suppose my courses are on the Google Classroom which I want to share with my students. So I'll click this tab and share with the students. So now this particular tab will get shared with the students, and I will see the material to share. Suppose I have something to share here with my students in the classwork. Suppose I go and suppose I share this thing. F is differentiable at point AB. So definition of differentiability is F A plus H. So this I have already recorded while I was taking my class on Google Meet. So that recording after my class I used to put on my Google Classroom so that the students can visit my Google Classroom and see the video again. So let's see once again on these three options. So which option is better to use? So these options have different uses. Suppose you wish to share a video like I shared just now. So I used this Chrome tab. So when we press this Chrome tab, you see here this option share audio, and you select a tab and here share audio. But if you click on a window, you have different windows, but there is no option of sharing audio. If you click entire screen, you will see this computer screen, but there is no option of sharing audio. It means if you wish to share audio video things with your students, then you must have to share that by using share a Chrome tab. Otherwise, in other two options, only video will be shared, but there will be no audio. Students will not be able to listen whatever is being shared by you. But if you are not sharing any audio video, you are just teaching by direct conversation or by writing something or by showing something in the book, then you don't need to share by using Chrome tab. You can share using one window. Click here on three dots. So here is a change layout, full screen, turn on captions, settings, report a problem, report abuse, help. So first is change layout. If you click on change layout, there are various ways how you want to see your students. So the present layout is this one. The names of students are coming on the right hand side window, and the sharing material is here. But if you want to see all your students, you press here tiled. The students will the more students will be accommodated. Here only you will be able to see 4 or 5. Here you will be able to see 16 students at a time. If I press on settings, so here I can select microphone, speaker and video things, and this is all about how to mark attendance. Okay, I have told you to install application for attendance, but I have not told you how to mark that attendance. So when the meeting will be over and you click on this button end the meeting, the attendance will be downloaded automatically and it will be on your desktop in the download folder. So I'll show you one screenshot of my students which I have already taken. So I'll show you that. So let's see the attendance of say third semester. So these are names of students who have attended my class: Manik, Rupinder, Simran and Sia. And at the same time, that application download two files. One is Excel file and another is this HTML file which can be opened by using this Chrome browser. So if I click on this thing, so see here there are recalled. So meeting ID is here, date of my class, arrival time 1750, start time 1715, end time 1842, length of the meeting is 52 minutes. So various other things you need to see here.